Welcome back to another video. For those who are new here, welcome. I'm sure you saw this awesome click title and you had to come run in here and find out what this is all about. I'm the Grumpy Dad. For those who are new, welcome to my channel. I try to bring, I call them more realistic or amateur hour, whatever you want to call it, but a more real view to some of our deep in projects and projects that we're in right now. I just hit 30,000 subscribers, so thank you all for those who have subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please take 1 second right now, hit that like button for me. This new YouTube algorithm that just came out, I think last week, puts a lot of weight into it. And we spend time doing these videos and stuff, so hitting that like button, it's not really if you like my amateurish hour video right here. It's also in support of the junk project, which that is what we're here to talk about today. So you hitting that thumbs up helps the algorithm push information about this project out to the YouTube world, which to be successful in dependent crypto projects, you need as much fanfare and support that you can get people involved in it. So hit that like button, also subscribe, hit that bell notification so that about all the projects that we go over, you never know when it's going to be something very important. Also, make sure you hit this Twitter account. I do a lot of sharing also on that. Also, we have a new Discord. There'll be a link in the description below, Grumpy Dad Discord. Okay, people ask for it over and over for months. I finally did one. It's a place for those who are not familiar with it that you can go and check out all these different projects. I mean, I think I got about 15 or 20 different projects I'm covering in there. Announcements I put in there from different projects, so you can go to one spot and see it all. But I also have other stuff also, things that we do that's not crypto related. I'm trying to cover everything. Call of Duty video games, ham radio, fishing, hunting, and whatever else. So come join us and see what that Discord's all about. And the usual spiel that you should see and everybody should know by now. I own the tokens that we're discussing today. I've been in the junk coin project for months now, and I'm in a lot of these other projects that I'm probably going to bring up and mention in this video. Y'all know the usual spiel. None of this is financial advice. I'm not getting paid to give out financial advice. I'm not certified financial advice. We don't know what's going to happen with these projects as of tomorrow. I always use the example, hey, we didn't know that FTX was going to happen, or Luna Classic, or Luna was going to go from $120 a token to 0.000007 a token. You never know. So you never know what's going to happen with this project. I don't think that's going to happen, but just so y'all know that I own these tokens and I could sell them at any point when my back pocket dictates or the IRS comes knocking because I owe taxes. You never know. So now that you're 5 minutes into this video, we're finally going to get started on what this is about. Right here, point the right. Junk coin, which is on the Solana chain. I like how I did that, huh? Junk coin's a cool project. Initially, when we first got into it, you joined the Discord, showed them you were a real person and all that. Then you had to send, and I always joke because I'm, me and my dad jokes, dirty jokes and stuff, you had to send a picture of your junk. But most guys like me have a junk drawer somewhere, a junk box of junk, several boxes of junk. Who am I going to lie? In our garage, in my hunting closet. Now this office in here looks awfully clean behind me. That's because y'all can't see the ground and y'all can't see the box of wires and stuff from building this computer that I still have 6 months later behind this monitor right here. We all have junk. So we would submit pictures of junk to this project and we would get our cred to be able to mine, and we were mining on. So what we're currently using are ESP32 devices. These, you can get 3 or 4 of these for, $18 on Amazon, but you can see mine right here on this tray. I got this little hub right here, and I'm running 5 ESP32s. And I had to learn quickly that you need to write the name of each project on your device because like that one, I don't know what the issue is going to be if something happens to it. So, and as you can see, I'm in a number of ESP32 projects right now. Entropy being one of them. And I know Entropy has discussed even junk coin in the past. Hey, look, I want you to know, join as many ESP32 projects as you can. There's no competition here. A lot of these projects talk about each other with no problems. They all get along. They all kind of have this common bond, mining memes and stuff like that. Entropy led the way. I've been involved in Entropy now, maybe since last September, October. Doing very well with it. Then we joined. There were some other ones that came along. Then Junk Coin came along. And at first I was kind of a little hesitant getting involved in it. But hey, I enjoy it. And for those who don't follow me regularly, on Mondays, I do a kind of an overall project weekly update, Monday weekly update. It's getting to be longer and longer because we're joining more of our projects, and the video ends up being over an hour long. But one thing we do is go over what we are currently making with these projects. As you can see, Entropy number 1, making about $11 a day. But number 4 out of the 13, 14, really it's more than that, because, you got Honey Gains and Pawns and Earn App that are all kind of like in that same boat. So that's 5 projects right there. I mean, on 15 projects right there. Out of 15 projects, Junk Coin is number 4 in what we're making per day. And again, Entropy is using ESP32 devices. They're about to come out with their own miner. GeoNet is a $650 device, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around there. Chirp, the NFT to get a Chirp device, normally sells for $850. They're immediately being bought up and then scalped. So now you're paying almost $1,200, $1,300 for NFT. And here's Junk Coin right here with the ESP32 again that you can get for $5 or $6. WeatherXM is going to charge you $300 or $400, maybe $250, $300 for a device. So, you're going to sit here and make, as of today's pricing, about $1.10 a day. And that's if you don't do anything. That is strictly if you join the project, you get your cred, and you start mining, and that's base rewards. We're going to talk about and discuss how you can maximize that and get even more than $1 a day. So, going back to what we're here to talk about, Junk Coin. So to start learning a little bit about this project, travel over to junkcoin.lol in your favorite explorer, Internet Explorer, whatever you want to call it this week, that you youngsters call it. And we're going to go check that out. So we're going to go to junkcoin.lol and just take a quick look. This is the website. Pretty cool. It's got the pile of junk in the back. Reminds me of some old cartoons, but I don't want to age myself. So you can see you have different documentation if you want to go there. So NFTs is something we're going to discuss in 1 second, or maybe a little bit longer in a second. But again, you can go to documentation and start reading kind of introduction, getting started, mining setup, tokenomics, NFTs, and stuff like that. We're going to get into all that in a second. Just hold on. So going back, you can see what the Junk Coin's about, the tokenomics. They do have a yearly halving, 69 billion supply cap, boost leaderboard. We're going to talk about that in a second. Burn mechanism, and it's a mine-only DPIN. Junk Coin is a mine-only system, turning your trash into treasure using an ESP device. You can mine Junk Coin, build your junk pile today. No founder allocations or claiming fees, just fair distribution to those hoarders who love junk. If you ask my wife, she says I love junk because I don't like throwing anything away. You never know when you're going to need that one wire. And of course, you can't find it when you need it because it's in the junk pile. So again, we have the documentation here, and the console is cool also once you start mining. And so the console is pretty cool. Once you start mining, you can be able to see what your stats are. And as long as you have a Phantom, I have a Phantom wallet attached. I'm sure you can probably use other. I just think for some of these projects, the Phantom extension makes things a lot easier. And you can quickly look at each challenge, and I'm guessing there's one an hour. So yeah, you're looking at 24, and it refreshes at about it's 10 p.m. Central Time. It's 8 p.m. now as I make this, so I've hit these. But you can see, again, this is just your basic cred. When you start mining, you're going to see what your basic rewards are, where it says base pool rewards right here. And you're making, I'm going to turn all these off. You can see what you're mining per day. Right now I'm mining 218,000 218, 216,000. And then, so if we go to our favorite deck screener, you can see, I'll leave the contract address in the description below, and you can go see what that junk tokens is currently worth. And when you come down here and you plug it in, you can see that 210,000, 216,000, something like that a day. It's about $1.14 a day right now at these prices, which again, that's just the base rewards. We're going to talk about how you can boost that in 1 second. But right now, or up until recently, the way to join was you submit a picture of junk. You have to get in Discord before you get involved in this, before you do any, try to join, try to submit whatever you want to submit. You have to join the Discord. They want to see people involved in the Discord. You don't have to do nothing crazy. Just go in there and chit chat a little bit, show that you're alive, show that you're a real person. They want to see that. That's going to be part of one of the criteria. That's what we had to do to get in. Had to get involved in their Discord. In the past, you would send a picture of junk. Not so fast. Now, they have gone to an NFT program. So you will have to go to Magic Eden. There'll be links on their Discord. And again, you have to be following the Discord on how to get an NFT. Now, NFTs are going to be worth roughly somewhere between like 1.4, 1.5, 1.9 Solana somewhere, because people can also resell them. But that's what it's going to cost currently right now when they release these. And they are releasing these NFTs in batches. And there's different kinds of NFTs. There's an NFT to join, to get into the project. There's later going to be NFTs for bonuses. And those bonuses are going to range with different values. And I'm going to show you, I can show you those in a minute. So you can see when I go to my Phantom wallet, I go down here to where the NFTs are, and you can see that I have a junk coin. This is more for the people who are already mining junk coin. You should have a founder's credential. If your device is currently online and you don't have a founder credential, please open a ticket or get with them in the Discord. You have to have one of these at some certain point. You will have to have one of these to continue mining. So those who want to get into the project will eventually have to purchase a NFT from Magic Eden. And then once you purchase it, you'll then, this is a redemption type of way. I don't know exactly how that's going to be set up just yet, because this is something this is all new. That's why we're covering it. And you will, when you submit the NFT, you will get a cred, and you will then program your ESP32 device with that cred. So this is what the announcement page in their Discord looks like. You can see where they made an announcement. First 5 mining creds will be for sale. And as you can see, it took about an hour for those to go on sale. The next day, they did another sale. A couple of NFTs that went for sale. 1.45 Solana each. They posted 11 o'clock and they sold out almost instantly at 1.458 Solana a piece. Tell you what, looking at this price action, I hope people listen to me when I told them to buy this stuff about a month ago. So anyway, as you can see, the last round of NFTs went for about 1.458 Solana, which at today's price is about $270. And the thing about it is, every time around 5 or 10 NFTs, a round of NFTs go for sale, their price actually increases a little bit. And one of the cool things is now, right now you're limited to 1 cred per person, per mining instance, whatever you want to call it. When the NFTs do go for sale, if you want to buy 2 or 3, you can now have 3 instances of junk coin mining, or you can buy one for yourself and sell one, because they're only 5 or 10 NFTs or whatever it is for sale each time, once a week or whatever you decide to do it. You could actually sell it and make a little bit of profit on yourself or for yourself. So you can do that also. For those of y'all who may already be in this project, make sure you go check the announcements. Make sure I point the right way. There are a number of people, myself included. I was very surprised by this. I wasn't expecting this, but number of people who got picked for different reasons for an extra rewards NFTs. Well, what's a reward NFT? Well, hold that thought. I'm going to keep y'all hanging. So currently the way we're doing with junk is, you can see right here, this is kind of my ratio. Every day, this unclaimed token rewards go up. Again, usually by this 218,000 or whatever it is factor, but you do have this going up. Now, on Sundays, and usually it's best to do so on this because every 7 days or so, this will get reset. But there's also a kind of a rewards pool, if you call it that, a boost pool. And the way this works is by adding your tokens to this boost pool, you will, get different ranks. And how you rank from 1 to 20 is how much bonus you get. So right now, I'm not getting any boost rewards at all. But, and you can see right here, my current boost is 0. But if I want to come on here, I can go and add my 3.9 or 3.591 tokens like this. And then that would give me 3.5 million. And when you come down here, I would be ranked not even in the top 20. What the cool thing is that, this is 20 million tokens that somebody had. At the end of the Sunday, all these tokens y'all see right up in here, these all get burned. This project is burning a lot of them. If you like projects that burn, this project is for you if you're not in this project. These mugs do some burning. If you did just the math on this, I'll tell you what, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to do some math. I know I failed college math, but God created calculators for a reason. So if my failing college math is correct, they're going to burn about 158 million tokens just this week at the end of this week. So, and again, I can go and stake my tokens, but I'm going to tell you what a lot of people do, at least talking to some guys in the Discord, is, this guy's not getting this all in 1 week. So what's happening is, like me, I only have 3.5 million. I wouldn't rank in the top 20. So I would accumulate this for a while. Now I did claim some earlier, a couple of weeks back, just because I wasn't really keeping up with it. And I said, I got 17 million. So I claimed. I wish I wouldn't have claimed, because that would have been perfect for me to get into this, where if I would have left this 17 million here, I would have 20.7 million and I'll be right here. Is that right? 17, 3, 20. Yeah. So I'd be in first place. Again, the higher you rank, especially the top 3 or 4 ranks, what I'm being told, you will get big bonuses. And so you're going to get these baseline rewards, and you're going to get this also, your boost pool rewards. Now, the only thing, y'all know I'm straight with y'all, and I'm honest with y'all. I'm doing this video in support of the project because I like the project, and it got a lot of big news. But y'all know I'm honest with y'all. My only thing is, I don't know when it starts coming to, somebody can comment on the bottom of this, but when it starts getting to this lower tiers, you want to make sure that you are getting enough tokens and rewards, because you remember is, I don't know these guys, but I'm going to say, 84 Buick. He submitted 4 million tokens. So he is getting his base rewards plus the boost pool rewards. But if he has to make sure he's getting at least 4 million to at least break even, and that's what I'm not that familiar with. When I did this in the past, I always did enough that I was at least top 4 or 5. And yes, I think one time I submitted I don't want to lie to y'all, but I'm going to say 7 million at the time, or 9 million at the time, 11 million at the time. I can't remember exactly what it was. It was months ago when I was first trying to figure this out. And I made about 1 million more tokens than what I would have made that week, compared to, it might have been more than that, because trying to remember exactly. My point is, I made enough that it was, even if I would have kept those tokens and didn't put them in the pool, I still ended up with more at the end of the week than if I would have did nothing with it. Does that make sense? But then also I helped contribute and burn all those tokens I submitted because I enjoy burning. I told you I'm in Luna Classic and I burn with that also. But another thing with this is if you just want to, not participate in this pool, but you want to help the project, you can come up right here and say, I want to burn. So I have here's 91,000 tokens. It's going to ask me on my Phantom wallet to confirm it. And it says tokens burned successfully. And you'll see it added to right here. We're just burning on 90,000 tokens. So if you just want to burn tokens just to help the project out, you can do that too. But again, some people will stack up their rewards for a while, and then come play this, as a way of boosting, which again helps you reach ROI faster. With us, when we were using these little devices for $6, you reached your rewards in 6 days in your ROI. You reached your ROI in 6 days. But you go and you're one of these top 2 or 3, 4 people in the pool, and you're putting up 15 million, and you're getting 15 million back, or more than that. But your 15 million, that's like $79 worth. So you can see how quickly the bonuses will add up. Now, what other bonuses can you do? Let's say it's the beginning and you don't want to worry about putting up all this stuff in the boost pool because it's going to take you a while to accumulate that. Here's some other options to boost your rewards. They have bonus reward NFTs coming out. So we can go back into that Discord, look at their announcements. This is back from March, but tells you their roadmap of, I need to go on a road trip. I need a vacation. But you can see that, they're airdropping miners, foundation creds. I showed y'all mine. Credential NFT sales, LP allocation, hoarding events, profile picture sale that should be coming up soon, and then leaderboard booster NFTs for people who have put in to different things. So there's random booster NFTs will be available for purchase. So what is a booster NFT? Well, let's go back to my pool and I'll show you what that looks like. So I was given some NFTs for be able to show you all in the video of what the booster is going to look like. So there will be, from what I'm told, different sizes, different sized booster NFTs, anywhere from 1% to 100%. Also, as you can see, mine say permanent. There also will be some that will be priced differently because they might be for a month, 6 months, a year. I really don't know. I mean, there might be some that just say 24 hours. And another thing is all these NFTs can be resold. So you might be able to pick up a booster, and then when the boosters run out and you see somebody in Discord saying, man, I can't believe I missed on these boosters. Hey buddy, I got one for sale. Let's make a deal. You can also, the Cred NFT that they can start mining. Yeah, you might have to go pay 1.5 Solana for it, but when they're sold out and people realize that, hey, if I'm boosting, you do the boost pool. I want to make sure I'm clear on that. So let me get everybody's attention. We're talking about what the possible price of these NFTs will be, and along with the price of Solana going up. But depending on how much money you want to invest in this and how much, I don't know if you want to say risk or chance or whatever like that. But yes, you might have to spend 1.5 Solana. But if you play the boost pool right, they got one guy in here saying the way he's playing the boost rule, I don't know. I'm going to tell you, I don't know exactly what he's putting in the boost pool, but he will ROI in 90 days on what it costs for that NFT. So doing, again, the college math that failed me. That's why I'm in the job I'm in now. This guy kind of going back to what, I don't want to say his name or anything like that, but he's in Discord saying, I'm looking at the date that what he bought this at. So he probably paid about $210, give or take $1 or $2. And he's saying he ROI'd 90 days. will around 90 days. So he's going to be making about $2 a day mining. He is also playing right now strictly the base pool. So that goes to show you, I want to try to stress, I know I'm kind of all over the place in this, but I just want to stress to y'all that by coming in here, playing with some of these options, whether it's this boost pool right here or buying NFT boosters, you are going to get more than what you're going to get more than just what the average reward is. So, on this one, instead of me getting 211, I got 224. It was an extra 12,000. Same thing. I got a little bit of boost from somewhere in the boost pool rewards. So instead of me getting 207,000, I got an additional 40,000 tokens. So as you can see, there are different ways of boosting your rewards, which again will help your ROI. Solana's going up. I hate to see when Solana, I have a prediction on my channel that I could see Solana getting the $600-700 in this $600 or $700 in this bull run. I made that months ago, and I thought the bull run would have been started well by now. But I hate to see one of these NFTs that are going to go for $1,000. So it's something y'all might want to pay attention to. So I don't know if I went over this. I just want to make sure I hit it again. Moving forward, they're eliminating the new miner, dumpster diver, rotten review, meaning the whole application with showing a picture of your junk. And you basically will then purchase, if you want to mine junk coin, you're going to purchase a credential NFT, then open a ticket on the Discord, and then they will create your account for you and your cred that you need, or whatever you want to call it, API, whatever they want to call it, that has to go on the ESP32 devices. I have a video somewhere in the past on how to program your ESP32 device. But another announcement that they have made is that they will be eventually coming out with their own ESP32 miner. From what I'm told directly from the project just recently, within the last hour or two, is that it is currently going on the beta testing. It's not quite ready for prime time yet. It is going through beta testing, and they're working this out, the whole beta testing and distribution and manufacturing from a company overseas. So, but they will be coming out with their own device. Now, what's different than with this project than some of the other projects that are going similar to this route, you will be able to continue to use your own devices. Even when they come out with their own junk coin miner, you will still be able to use the ESP32, purchase an ESP32, go get the NFT, get your cred, get your API, and put it on your own device. You don't have to buy their miner. Guess if you just want to be with the cool kids and stuff like that, but you can't get an ESP32 device or anything like that, I'm sure it's going to have a little bells and whistles to it. I don't know. I haven't got any kind of inside scoop on that, but I'm sure they're going to have something kind of entice you to buy one of their miners. Another thing I want to make sure I hit on is the income that's going to be generated from these NFT sales. A portion of that is going to be used by them to buy back tokens. That's going to be pretty much liquidity and stuff going into either creating liquidity pools or just basically buying the token and then burning it. These guys have already purchased one Solana's worth of tokens just from a couple of these NFT sales. So they are using some of that income for R&D for the project and for the new miner and stuff like that. But I think it's cool that they are looking at purchasing, that they're going to use some of the stuff from the NFT sales to inject that into the liquidity of their token, or purchase their token, burn it, and etc. So that pretty much covers it for right now. They are going to have, I said earlier, this a big booster sale that will be coming up soon. So this will be also your opportunity for those like me who are already in it. So last thing that I wanted to speak about is one thing that I'm excited about, just because I'm also doing some solo mining right now with ESP32 projects, or the little devices. This is something that they didn't really want me to speak too much about because it's still kind of in the works, still being tested and stuff like that. I think it's a cool thing to just to participate in. Is you'll be able to dual mine. They'll still have to send you a new cred when this is ready, but you will load this new cred or API on your ESP32 device, and you will be dual mining the junk coin and contributing to a Bitcoin pool. And the idea is, and for some people who haven't seen my previous videos, I understand solo mining a Bitcoin, you have a better chance of coming across Dolly Parton in your 7-Eleven with buying a lottery ticket and a bottle of booze. I understand. But hey, it's fun to try. What the hell? You're not losing out on anything. But what their idea actually is, it makes a little more sense. If they have 100 people mining with these dual algorithms, that's 100 people putting into the junk coin Bitcoin pool, the junk coin group, company, whatever you want to call it, projects, Bitcoin. And what they're saying is, if they happen to hit a Bitcoin reward, right now, Bitcoin's $104,000. That $104,000 will go strictly into the liquidity of junk coin, meaning they're going to buy $104,000 worth of junk coin and burn it, or enter that liquidity into it. Exactly how to do that, that's one thing I really don't know a lot about. But my point is, they're not going to use that money to go and pay for bills as far as the project's concerned. That money, because it's coming from all of us mining that Bitcoin into that Bitcoin pool, that money will go directly into junk coin to provide liquidity for that. And that's going to be huge, because that's going to be a pretty decent price increase. And that is something that you have to remember when we keep talking about prices and ROIs is, sure, right now, we've been kind of down and out yes, we've had this big, nice, beautiful resurgence in the last 2 days. But before that, we were getting kicked in the kneecaps and kicked in some other places. But recently, you've had this price increase again. So yes, you might be making $1.10 a day right now. Or with the bonus, I'm probably making a little bit more than that, $1.20, $1.30. But you let that price keep creeping up. Next thing you know, I'm at $1.50 or $2, like the guy in Discord says, plus additional boosters that you might buy. You're going to be well under $200. You let this creep up to about $2 thing. You buying strictly the credential one for $220, $230, but you're ROI in 4 months, if not less. If you're getting a booster. So it's just something that y'all need to think about. I'm pretty excited. I keep asking them where they at with this dual mining thing, something they're testing out. So, it's not 100% a go or anything like that, but something they're looking into and seeing how it's going to work. Again, it is going to take us to have to reprogram the API or whatever it is in our ESP32 device. But hey, we did it once. As long as I can sit here and figure out which one of those 5 sitting back there, which I have a pretty good idea of which one it is, you can check that out and get that swapped out. Yep. And just remember, you can buy multiple boosters to add on to there. So, the only thing I'm trying to figure out is, if you own 2 different creds, you're mining both of those, I guess it's going into one pool for you. When you buy those boosters, is that boosting, say, 5% on both of those devices, or does it have to be assigned to each one? I don't know about that part yet, but hey, I've confused y'all enough as it is tonight. But hey, now y'all got the update on junk coin. Again, number 4 in the grumpy ratings and going up. I'm curious to see how much this price action goes up. I'm excited for the whole crypto market right now. One thing also I want to show y'all is, when you look at what this price action was at one point, I can grab the right calculator, and you look up here, at this point, 4 zeros and a 16. If you take what you probably will be making with this a day, somewhere between 210, 240,000. If you have a booster one, even more. if this just goes back when they start buying this token back, and it, again, none of this is financial advice. This is all hopes and dreams. Y'all know I'm straight with y'all. But you look at what the possible pricing of this could be, going just back to its all-time high. You're looking at $3.84 right there. If you buy an NFT for $250 to get started in this project, you're now down to a 65-day ROI. I know some of y'all, I've talked to some of y'all a lot. Some of y'all got, I don't have the money. I got a son graduating high school in 2 days, got a daughter with ball and had surgery on the shoulder. I need surgery. I don't have that. But some of y'all have this kind of money that as long as y'all know y'all could possibly get this kind of ROI, y'all are willing to take that chance on it. Y'all some degens like me. Y'all like a good risky deal if it's worth it. A $65 ROI is pretty good. Very good. So again, we don't know that for sure. I'm going to say that again for those who are coming into this video late. This is a lot of what ifs, depending on what the price is. You had this price at one point back at this spot, but yet, you had this up here, but this was also when it was new and before people started selling, and you didn't really have the incentive for people out there to buy, but you let them get a Bitcoin or two from the solar mining. It's going to inject some pretty good liquidity in there. NFT sales. These NFT sales start coming through here. You're going to have some pretty good ROI. So, you can see that even though people are selling, you've had some Solana buying or use their Solana, and you've had some price action come back up. At one point, you were down to 0.00004, all the way back up to 0.00006. So hopefully there'll be less pressure to sell, more to buy, and we'll see what happens. Remember, you can go to that website right there. I'll try to put a link for this website in the description below. I'll try to put a link to their Discord below. You have to get involved in the Discord. I know some of y'all tell me y'all don't like Discord, but hey, in crypto, it's the necessary evil. I'm sorry. You're going to have to deal with it. Remember, my Discord is there also. And while you're in here in the Grumpy Dad Crypto Discord, again, you have all these different channels that you can come see, all these different projects we're talking about: Helium, Chirp, Wayro, Demo, Junk Coin, Entropy, Grass, Wingbits, and stuff like that. And again, you can see the updates that we're getting from their Discord, and you can follow all that in my Discord also. So you can check that out also. And I am going to put my little disclaimer up here again, just so people, because somebody's going to complain in a Discord somewhere that I'm telling people to buy tokens so I can sell them. Every YouTuber has tokens. I don't understand why. That's just a necessary evil of the game. I don't see why people are losing their minds over that, but somebody always needs somebody to blame. So hopefully y'all got something out this video. You'll see the Entropy is going to be a very good project with ESP32s, mining meme coins and stuff like that. And while some ESP32 projects I was involved in that I'm no longer involved in, either because of some kind of shenanigans or I have no idea what direction the project even went to and if they even involved in stuff, this is a project that is not in that boat. And this project is doing very well. And as you can see, making progress, advances in what they're doing, R&Ding a new miner, and a very good community also. So I'm glad to be a part of it. And again, I'm doing pretty well. Top 4 of my 16 or 17 projects right now. So if y'all have any questions, leave them in the leave them in the comments below, or find me in my Discord. If you do join my Discord, just like in the Discord, I do not DM anybody first. If you get a DM from me in Discord, and even though it's going to say on the profile, I will DM you for news, that's not me. They're taking my profile name, SJSO395, changing the last number in it, copying my thing. My profile says I will not DM you first. The only way I'm DMing you is if we're talking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in a general or one of these other ones. And after several conversations, I might say, hey, I'm a DM you so we can bring this to DM. Other than that, I don't have time right now to sleep. So I'm not starting any kind of trade bots, AAs, or whatever they call them. I'm not texting people and contacting them, asking them about, hey, how has your wins and losses been? Do you need some further advice for your trading opportunities? That's not me. Curse them out. Say, hey, I spoke to Grumpy. You ain't Grumpy, a-hole. And then report them to Discord as fake spam loser that hopefully burns in hell one day. I cannot stand scammers. It's the lowest of the low. It's the trash below the carpet. Like they get stuck underneath there for 20 years. Worse than the gum that gets stuck underneath there. I cannot stand scammers. They need a life. They need to die. Other than that, everything else is positive. So again, y'all need anything, y'all contact me. I got a lot of videos, a lot of things going on. But right now with junk coin, and can't wait to get this double mining cred thing going on. I've been bothering the group about it, and I'm like, all right, I'm telling Crypto Willie, dude, I want my double cred. I want to try it out. I want to help participate in that pool. I just think it's a cool thing. So as usual, my videos go on longer because I rant, but you know, it is what it is. On Thursdays, I do a live. So those who are new here, come on Thursdays to my live, and I will be discussing updates with junk coin and other projects like that. It's Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Time in the United States. I don't know what time that leads up for you, but I do a live, and honestly, I don't really have a set agenda. I just kind of throw a subject out there, and the chat takes over. The chat just starts kind of chit chat, and I'm like, hey guys, can I get a word in my live here? But it's a cool time. Sometimes it lasts 45 minutes. Sometimes it lasts 2 hours. I'll let the chat decide. You know, I'll get tired after an hour, and I got people just start piling in. So might need to change the time a little bit, because I know they got 1 or 2 very popular other crypto lives going on at that time. I tried doing that 5 p.m. my time, and it didn't get as much traction. So, you know, we'll see. But I wanted to bring it up to this group because we do discuss junk coin on it. So hopefully y'all got something out of this video. I didn't confuse y'all, but hey, positive things. Keep up with the Discord. The Discord will tell you if you're not in this project, look into getting this project. Again, it's not financial advice, but look into the Discord, see what we're doing. Catch my fun. If y'all just want to know what we're doing, catch my videos on Mondays. I put chapters in them, and you can go and see what I'm making in junk coin. I'm honest with y'all. Monday, I did a video, which was yesterday, made $1.10. So it's what it is. That price is going up since then. So it's probably a little bit more than $1.10 right now. That's what we're making. So thank y'all for watching. See y'all in the next video.